All right, guys, welcome back to TCI headquarters. Time for our preview and predictions for week 3. I guess we were a little closer last week. Not quite. No, none of us had the Tigers giving up 17 points in the game, period. I think we all had 0.
Yeah.
And we sure as heck didn't have them giving up 17 points in the first quarter.
I was the closest to actually the offensive output.
There you go.
Because it was 66 and I said 59.
Okay.
So I was close.
You were close.
That was way low.
Yeah.
That was the lowest last week. So we'll see if I decide to change it up this week.
Hey, look at this. You got to be excited about this week. Night game in the Valley. A team from Florida's coming in. Oh, wait, it's not Florida State.
Man,
I'm
nothing
sorry.
like the ACC Network.
ACC Network will be there. That'll
We'll
be
be
good to
selling some
see.
Spurtles.
See Eric McLean, Kelsey Riggs, who else? Former Florida State quarterback. I can't remember.
EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel.
Oh, is EJ going to be here?
So, yeah, the whole crew will be here. They put out a release today. So they'll be here all day Friday, Packer, and then we'll be here at 4 o'clock doing their show from the tailgate lounge or something they call it. And then
Is that a good omen or bad?
I don't know.
They were there in Durham.
Yeah, and then 2:30, 4:30, and 6:30 they'll be live from Death Valley doing the show. So
Okay.
the huddle.
Hopefully maybe it's just a home team thing, but they were right there on the field in Durham. And
They were. Yep.
that didn't go too well.
No,
so.
it did not.
All I
Expect
saw-
better
I
things
think
this
what
week.
happened was that's what happened in Durham is Eric's head was so shiny. I think he got a glare on Cade Klubnik's eyes, and I don't think Cade
That's
could
what
ever
it
get
was?
that glare out of
Okay.
his eyes. I think that's what it was.
I thought you were headed somewhere else.
I'm
but
gonna bring that. I'm gonna bring that.
I'm
out
gonna pull
to
back from that.
I don't know where you were going, but okay.
Well, I just say it looked a little different. Looking at Eric in person that week and then seeing him on TV a few days later.
Yeah.
Did not look like the same Eric. I don't know the magic of TV or what they're doing.
The
but
magic of television.
It did not
yes.
look like the same Eric. So I expect to text
I think it
message
was.
later today.
Jacket. I think it was the jacket.
The jacket, that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Will, I'm going to start with you. Keys to victory for the Tigers.
Oh wow! First, I'll just say it. Take care of the football. I mean,
What?
I know that sounds very cliche, but but with Clemson, it's really true. I mean, we saw last week they allowed Charleston Southern to take a 14-7 lead on them because of what? Turnovers. The only thing. Charleston Southern. What did Clemson have? 196 total yards to Charleston Southern's 2.
6 in the first quarter.
6, and Charleston Southern the game was tied 14-14 or something at the end of the quarter. That's ridiculous.
The Boo Birds were out early.
They
Oh,
were,
yeah.
and they deserved to be.
They were loud.
I had one of our former students who works for another website texted me, said, "Should I write about the fans booing?" I said, "No, you shouldn't write about the fans booing because I think they deserve to boo." That was fine. I was fine.
So they were going to write a negative light?
Yeah, so they said that's why I reached out and asked you but yeah, so this week just take care of the football. Don't do anything stupid. Call timeout if you have to, Kate. Don't take your eye off the ball on a 4th and 1 snap at your own 29-yard line. Just the normal fundamental things. If they do that, then they'll be an easy victory. No doubt.
And I'm going to disagree with y'all on something in a minute, but
Okay.
that's what we call tease.
Wow.
All right?
I already found something to disagree
Something
on.
that you
Wow.
wrote that was similar to what he said last week, and I'm interested to see if y'all go there again today.
Okay.
All right. So you good with your key?
That's my key.
I got everybody
Take
wondering
the
now.
ball.
All right, Cameron.
Got me wondering.
About to say, well, now I can't say it. I just need to focus on my key. So looking at Florida Atlantic, their quarterback, Casey Thompson, he's a pocket guy.
What's his
you know
name?
what that means? Oh, man. Casey Thompson. And so, if he's a pocket guy, and this Clemson defensive line is as good as they say they want to be, and I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They played Duke with Riley Leonard. They played an option offense at Charleston Southern. You're not going to get a lot of sacks. This week's the time. Let's get that on the board. Let's get 4 or 5 sacks. I think they need to do that. They need to show that they can create pressure without sending 5 or 6. And you can do that against a team like Florida Atlantic, or at least I'd hope you can. So I want to see Xavier Thomas get into that backfield, start harassing that quarterback. That's just what I want to see. Obviously, we saw good things out of the defense last week. They were able to force turnovers, but I think the pass rush still left a little bit to be desired. And that's if they can turn that up a notch, that'll be really good heading into the rest of the year.
All right.
Take care of the football, sacks.
Take care of football. Neither one of y'all said give Will Shipley 25
and that's
carries.
I knew that's what he was gonna.
Right?
I was like,
Hey,
that
last
was
week's video, Will's like, man, getting a little fiery. The face gets red. You
I was
got to
mad.
give Will Shipley 25 carries. Lo and behold, this week I got Cameron writing, man, 3 keys. We got to give Will Shipley the rock. And again, I've got a little different take on that because you win this game, take care of business, but the key to this game is don't get any of your key guys hurt. Because next Saturday at noon, Florida State comes to town. So I'm not giving Will Shipley 25 carries this week.
No.
I'm giving
unless
Will
you need him.
Shipley,
But if you need him,
I'm
then
giving Will
hopefully you
Shipley
won't.
10 carries and Moffa 10. And
Jay
we saw
Haynes.
last week
Jay
the
Haynes
running
looked
backs
good, yeah.
behind them were awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Clemson's got
Jay
Haynes has
Yeah.
speed. I mean, we have a true speed back, which we haven't had here in a little while.
since Travis.
So, my key
Speaking
is...
of, he looks good on Sunday.
Yes, he did.
Yes, my key is take care of business early, do the right things, no turnovers, get the pressure. I mean, for goodness sakes, the Ohio Bobcats took care of Florida Atlantic.
The
Right?
Ohio.
No offense,
Bart
Bart.
Boatwright.
No offense, Bart.
Heartbreak.
But yeah.
He'll have his Ohio hat on, all sweaty on the sidelines, Saturday night.
might get
Hopefully
hit.
he'll wash it.
He might get hit by some of the
That's
players.
actually a great question. Will he?
Oh no.
Okay, fans, will Bart wear his hat this week?
Because he's going to look like he's rubbing it in because he always wears his
Will he
hat.
wear his Ohio hat this week? Just that will be
Tom Herman
interesting
might
to
take a
see.
walk on over. Yeah.
Yeah, he
But-
might say, take that photographer out.
I mean, if the Maction play on Tuesday night team can beat Florida Atlantic, Clemson, go out there, take care of business early, put this one away. Let's get more playing time for these guys that played well last week. I want to see Tyson and the backup quarterbacks and the backup running backs, get some of these younger receivers some development. Need to be 100% healthy for the Seminoles. So that's my key to the game.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm fine with that.
You okay with that?
Yeah,
No,
I'm okay
You're not
with
going to
that.
get upset if Will Shipley doesn't have
No,
25
because
carries
I was fine
this
last
week?
week. He had 9 carries,
Okay.
79 yards. I was fine with it last week. But the offense looked good, and so that's the main thing I want to see. Is, if the offense sputters early in the game like it did last week, I think you keep them in there as long as you can so they can have good positive reps again. I think that's
You
very
okay with
important.
that?
Yeah, I agree. But I think what I was focusing on, especially in that piece, is like when you need to get Will Shipley the ball, and when the offense needs something, you
Give
just
to him.
throw it to Will Shipley.
And your
and
main
go
thing
in.
was at the goal lines, especially.
Yeah,
He
especially.
doesn't have a single rushing touchdown yet
No.
this year. This is a guy who had how many the last 2 years?
25.
25.
Well, you know what that is, right?
Because they're saving it for Florida State.
Because he's the guy. He's the guy that's got to get the ball and get the ball and get the ball and get the ball to get him all the way down there.
Yeah.
And then by the time he
Well,
get
but-
down
but if
there,
he's
he's
gonna
like,
keep up-
I need a break.
If he's going to keep up with that, 12.5 rushing touchdowns a year number, he's going to have to get like 3 or 4 against Florida State at this rate. But
Yeah.
and if he does that, we'll be
Save
very
them
happy
all
people.
for
So,
Florida State. You don't need any
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, if Will Shipley goes for 4 scores against Florida State, I think we're right at
Let's
about
save
a
it.
win.
The 25 carry, 200-yard performance for Florida State would be great. We'll save it for
I
that.
tell you, we joke, but I think he can run the football up the middle against those guys. I saw LSU do it, and LSU had a lot of success up the middle.
And Cade Klubnik will be a very, very thankful person if you do that. So.
Exactly.
That's
Don't
very
take a lot of
true.
pressure off
Very
them,
true.
so-
We've already we're giving you a double preview.
We are. We're looking ahead.
We're
to
gonna,
Whoa.
we're gonna charge
Hopefully
you
the team
extra
doesn't
this
do that.
week for TCI. We're gonna make you pay 2 times
The
0.
question will be whether Florida State plays this week. They're talking about the storm going up to New England, the hurricane that's out there. Will they play? If they do play, how much of that affects them? That's nothing more than an equalizer at a place like
Well-
Boston College where there's nobody to begin with.
Let me put
The
another spin
hurricane.
on that we've seen in baseball a lot is because with there being no divisions this year, that causes weird things when you start getting into tiebreakers. If they play a less game than everybody else.
Yeah, no, good point.
So got to keep an eye on that. All right, time to make all of these TCI members out there a lot of money with these great predictions. A little bit closer last week.
Yeah.
Will, we're gonna let you start.
Okay. Let's see. If Ohio gave up 10 points.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of go there. Then Clemson should shut them out.
So we're going back to
Okay,
shutouts.
I'm going back to a shutout. As long as the offense doesn't, let them pick up a fumble, run it to the 1 yard line, and then, have a pick six. As long as that doesn't happen, then I like Clemson defense to get in a position where they can get a shutout because it'll be a night game. Crowd should be amped up. Should be 80,000 people there. No excuse not to be 80,000 people in the stands this week. Defense could feed off that night game, the energy.
Wait, 80,000 night game, Florida Atlantic?
I'm just
No
saying.
excuses?
No excuses, in my
Okay.
opinion. If
Trying to
you're,
get the line here.
you only get 7 of these a year.
All right.
You only get 7.
I got you.
Come on. And you don't get but one night game a year on average in Death Valley, so you need to come. You need to come out and see them at night because you may not get this chance again the rest of the year, to be honest with you. So, come out to the Valley, and, I think the defense will feed off that energy from the crowd as we saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
And if Ohio can do it on the road, why can't Clemson do it at home? So I'm going to go Clemson 52, Florida Atlantic nothing.
I'll take that. All right, Cameron, you got a high bar to
Wow,
beat there.
I'm not going to go that bold. I'm going to, I feel like Clemson's going to put together a really strong performance, but I don't think they're going to shove that many points onto the Owls. I'll say, that's hard, dude. You just completely changed the way I got to look at this. But I'm going to go 41-3. I'm going to go 41-3.
41-3. Okay, no shutout.
No. They got to get something somewhere.
That's coming off the garbage players.
Well,
Yes.
he's arcade club, Nick. He's thinking.
Well, yeah, you turn it over.
Why you gotta go there, Will?
And terrible omens over there. Don't listen to him.
They fixed that.
If
It's not going to be 9 out
if
of 10
that scenario occurs, if the what if scenario occurs, let's not put them on the 1 yard line so it's a walk-in touchdown, please and thanks, so they can stop them and limit it to a field goal. But let's just avoid that at all.
There was 3 straight possessions last week. Remember when I said the only way last week? I said the only way Charleston Southern would win is if Clemson turned the ball over 3 straight times on its side of the field.
They got real close.
They got real close because there was a fumble, an onside kick, and an interception.
And I love the onside kick for them. That was really cool. Now,
Well,
is
and
it
we
the
should've
what
known that was
if or
coming.
the WTF?
A lot, both.
So 41-3, 52
Let's have it be the
nothing.
number.
Yep.
All right, I'm going higher this week. Going higher. I'm gonna go higher for both. I'm gonna say the
Wow.
second team, the third team, fourth team defense gives up some points because it's gonna be everybody and their brothers out there.
Okay.
Something weird's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go. After seeing them play Ohio, this is hard to believe. I'm gonna give Florida Atlantic 13 points,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go Clemson 65 points.
65.
65.
Okay. Well, Clemson either way gets back into the
I didn't
top
go
25.
67-13.
I said
thought about that.
52 nothing, so it was the same amount of points.
Yeah, just
Same
I
margin.
think, and that's exactly what this.
I'm the evil person.
That's what this offense needs. 50, 60, couple weeks in a row. Even though the competition, that just helps your confidence.
Absolutely it does.
Florida State comes to town. We got a different game. So there you go. So based on those predictions, you can probably, assume it's going to be like a 17-13 game or something.
Yeah, it's about right. An absolute barn burner.
Barn
is what you
burner.
should expect.
If it's an absolute barn burner, man, I am not.
I
Gonna
might
look
be back
forward
in
to
the house.
next week.
Big week. Stay safe, everybody. No injuries. We're gonna have all this crew here. We got a bunch of other folks there. We'll have Bart there with his Ohio hat on the sidelines, and we will bring it to you, all the coverage. Make sure you guys stay up. We stay up to bring you guys all this late night coverage. Will be writing in the press box at like 5 in the morning and stuff.
I probably
Cameron and I will be back.
By then, he's
here
starting to think
somewhere
about
else.
the Steelers game.
Yeah. So make
Well,
sure
Monday night, thank goodness.
you guys
Oh.
stay up late and read some of this great stuff from these guys and our other great student workers and Gavin, and we'll have a ton of stuff for you Saturday night, late night, and we'll have a ton of stuff for you Sunday as we turn the page to some little team from Tallahassee coming up here next week. So stay tuned to Clemson Insider for the most complete coverage of Clemson athletics.
This is BT Potter. Make sure to check out the Clemson Insider's most complete football coverage. Nobody does it better.